I can't even tell you how grateful I feel that I get to wake up every single morning and go on my sacred walk down my road until I move. This routine has become such a staple and a staple in my mental health and my routine, and being able to just wake up first thing and get fresh air in the Appalachian Mountains and get water from the spring coming out of the mountain here and the creeks. And how it's been going, I've been waking up pretty consistently, going to bed relatively consistently, and I basically just get up first thing. And so whether my head is full of thoughts or whatever, this is like my discharge time. And because I wake up pretty immediately and start walking out the door, put my shoes on, walk out the door, it's just literally such a breath of fresh air and calming. And I was listening to one of the Ascended Master books on self-mastery, Paul the Venetian, the Initiations of Love. The third ray, and he was talking about the perversions of love and power. And that's the first initiation when you come to his retreat, whenever you go through this ray. And just seeing how I've outplayed that in my life and had that played onto me, and participating in something that that was out of alignment because I was afraid of being accused of not being loving or something. And it's just kind of like a full circle moment. Like, the things that I thought were such a big deal were really like secondary to me choosing to face like my deepest traumas and wounds and challenge the status quo that I have allowed to be in place because of my fear of challenging and facing my deepest wounds. And so since doing so, I'm seeing a lot of progress and a lot of tremendous progress and a lot of grounded stability in my emotional reality, more than I ever have, which is lovely, such a lovely byproduct. Peace is great. So I'm just kind of taking care of business and doing what I need to do. I'm so busy. I have so much that I'm doing. So busy leading up to my move and there beyond, and I'm just feeling, like I said, a lot of gratitude for the simplicity of my life and this time, and being able to have the life that I do right now and get the needs met that I realize are like my most important needs right now is clean water, fresh air, healthy food, affordable housing, and safety. Feeling safe in my own house, in my own neighborhood. Feeling just so like my body. I'm taking such good care of my body. I haven't come on here in a while, but so much has changed since that last video. Oh my God. And I started a new strength training program, and I feel like I'm getting in the best shape of my life, which feels amazing because I'm very body oriented. And I started eating a lot more food because it turns out I wasn't eating enough, and I was dealing with a lot of like gut issues. I wouldn't say a lot, it was more of just like bloating and irregular bowel movements and stuff. And I've been eating a lot more protein. For heaven's sake, eat more protein, y'all, like whole food protein. And I have been consistent with my meals and my food, and consistent with my training. And I've been seeing, I just feel so good. I'm exhausted at the end of the day because I'm just like really expending all my energy. And I'm still dialing it in, like making sure I get enough calories. I'm not calorie counting because I just, holy shit. So I'm trying to just like ballpark it. And it turns out I can be eating. Yeah, when I eat more, I feel better. And I'm less bloated. Who would have thought? And I sleep better. So it's just the little things that bring me the most satisfaction right now. Obviously, my spiritual practice, but like being an embodiment of my spiritual values in my practice, you know? And like not being so rigid, but also I'm just kind of letting life flow through me rather than through a perception filter of who I think I should be based off of what I've interpreted a spiritual teaching to say that I should be. And I'm just being me. I'm pursuing career goals that I've been dancing around for a long time because of, again, fear, and really showing up for myself and saying, all right, okay, I accept it. This is who I am. This is what I'm here for. And opening my doors for that. And everything is just feeling really clean and clear, and I just take action and respond well to what I need to do. And I had this moment of realization the other day, a couple days ago, where I was just like, the old thought patterns aren't actually there anymore. What is there, if I do have concerns, like the concerns will come up, and it's like the concerns will come up and I'm met in parallel, hand in hand with my higher self that is basically parenting that part and bringing an objective reality and challenging those concerns that come from like fear or doubt or whatever. And I've never really I've had that, but I've never had it to the extent where where I'm immediately being soothed and there's not really any emotional reaction. It's like the thought comes, and before the emotion can really sink in, I'm met with my higher mind and something beyond me. I can't even claim ownership over it, even though it is my higher self, because it's working in tandem with me and I've allowed it to work. It's like my Father works hitherto and I work. It's very, I guess that's what that means. And I'm just feeling really balanced, and I'm just taking the necessary next step, because it's like I have a vision, right? And I see, and I make it the immaculate vision for what I want or what I'm seeing from my life. And I hold that, and I just kind of keep doing my part, which is taking action and letting life co-create with me. And that feels really empowering. And I'm just really proud of who I am and who I'm becoming. And I feel like the internalized self-hatred that I've held like poison within my body is like leaving my body, because I'm realizing like it was a projection and a reality that wasn't real. It was projections that I took on. It was stories that I took on, and I can take them off. And there's like some deep freedom in that, like deep liberation and freedom to know that like this is something I internalized that was never mine to carry. And it manifests, I think, in a lot of women's bodies in particular, not exclusively, but you know, when you look at history of what it has been to be a woman, we've really internalized a lot of self-hatred because of the projections from the outside. And it's manifested in our health, specifically within our menstrual cycle and our stages of cycles, you know, pre and post bleeding phase, and especially during it. By I mean pre and post bleeding phase, I mean like post-menopause, perimenopause, and before you start bleeding. It's this arc of, it's a story arc, I think, of the subconscious internalization of all the things that we've, again, taken on that isn't ours. So as I dismantle that, I think, you know, depending on personality type, some of us start within the mental and like, you know, intellectually start to dismantle it. But then whenever it actually like hits the emotional and the physical, it's really, it's a trickle down effect, you know. Once you stop identifying with the things that you have identified with, then like true freedom can actually work through your bones, and that liberation and sovereignty can actually like percolate and radiate outwards, because it's like a top-down process. And so that's been my journey, and what I've come to have be a lived experience within my life. And I have so much creative projects, entrepreneurial projects that I'm working on, and I'm just kind of balancing a lot of plates right now. So I'm focusing on the immediate stuff, and like as the inspiration flows, as God speaks, so I write down more things and more ideas, and it's just really awesome and exciting to feel the flow and to take care of business and respond to life with responsibility. So thank you, Paul the Venetian. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, Saint Germain, the entire team and spirit of the Ascended Hosts. Appreciate you. Kuthumi, bless you. Jesus, love you. And I am gonna keep walking. Bless your life.